read the news so that you don't have to. I fear I'm about to piss in your peptides. So quickly, the headline says, longevity and wellness craze breaks untested drugs out of the lab. Because if you've been listening to influencers lately, specifically wellness influencers, you would believe that scientists have discovered this miracle molecule that can make you live longer, heal faster, build muscles, sleep better, and probably file your taxes while it's there. But according to actual scientists, that's not what the research says. So the latest trend in the $2 trillion global wellness industry is people buying peptides online as like an anti-aging, muscle building, miracle biohack. So influencers, podcasts, online clinics, all selling them as the new GLP-1s, like the same category as Ozempic. But the problem is the compounds haven't actually been tested on humans. Let's take one example, Apetolon. So there's a molecular biologist at Brunel University who published research showing it affected cells in a petri dish. Not animals, not humans, just cells. But wellness influencers grabbed the study and then claimed that it proves that Apetolon can extend human lifespan. However, the scientist that actually wrote the newspaper is basically saying that's nonsense, because the study never tested that. And here's another small detail that influencers tend to leave out. That same research suggested that Apetolon might actually also help cancer cells survive. But obviously that doesn't make the Instagram carousel. Apetolon isn't the only one. There's BPC 157, which is popular with bodybuilders because animal studies suggest that it speeds up muscle healing. But again, there's no robust human trials. And some scientists think that it could potentially help tumors grow faster by increasing oxygen supply. So then there's MOTS-c, another peptide sold online as an anti-aging energy booster. It makes mice run faster, or further rather. However, unless your name is Mickey, that isn't great news, because in humans, there's almost no evidence at all to suggest this. Here's the big twist though. Pharmaceutical companies won't even fund big clinical trials on many of these peptides. Why, I hear you ask? Because a lot of them were actually discovered decades ago, which means they can't be patented anymore. So there is no financial incentive to prove that they actually work. This is why they are sold online as research chemicals shipped from places like China. So what we have now is a perfect storm, a $2 trillion wellness industry, influencers cherry-picking scientific papers, online marketplaces selling unlicensed compounds, and consumers desperate for longevity hacks, all built on very early laboratory science. This is why scientists keep repeating the boring line, just because something works in a petri dish doesn't mean that it will work on humans. But hey, don't worry, if it turns out that I was wrong and peptides do really make you live forever, I will apologize now, because I won't be here in 120 years. I want to get off this planet when my time is up.